Today I wanted to share with you 3 tips I have when picking out quick draws. So if you're just getting into sport climbing and starting to lead, this video is exactly for you, or if you're just curious about quick draws. So there are 3 main considerations when choosing a quick draw, and that includes the type of carabiner gait. So this is your gait, the sling length, this is your sling, and the number that you have. So I have 3 in my hands, obviously of different sets, but the quantity will come into play. And we'll get to why here in just a second. So first and foremost, let's talk about carabiner gaits. So different gait types include straight gaits, which as you can see is pretty straight up and down. Bent gaits, which as you can see is part of the same quick draw, but it's actually more of a bent shape. Or a wire gait, which is shown here. So it's actually not a solid gait. It has it's made of a wire here that hooks into this nose. So quick draws may have a combination of both gaits, as we saw in this first display, which has a straight gait for clipping onto the bolt and a bent gait for clipping into your rope. The reason why they can often have a combination of both is because the different gaits are often more suitable for different purposes. So for example, straight gaits are more ideal for actually clipping the bolt, while bent gaits are going to be more ideal for the rope end when you're actually clipping the rope into your carabiner. It just provides for that a little extra help and with the addition of gravity to more easily catch your rope. The advantage of a wire gait type carabiner on a quick draw is that this kind of gait is actually less likely to vibrate open in the event of a fall, which, although rare, does happen. So the next consideration is sling length. So in the comparison of these 2 quick draws, you can tell that this sling is a lot longer than this sling. The reason for that is you have different lengths of slings, which are also referred to as dog bones. And though the sling length that you choose can depend on personal preference as well as the types of routes you plan on climbing. So for example, a longer sling like this is going to be more effective at reducing rope drag, so giving your rope more space in between the bolts to run, and so it's going to be more ideal for like long wandering routes. And also, side note, if you're a shorter person and have a hard time reaching the draw, such as in my case, I do often prefer the longer ones for that reason, but that's not really an official reason for choosing a longer sling length. So for the disadvantage of a longer sling length, though, is that this is going to be heavier and bulkier than, say, something with a shorter and also a thinner sling length, such as this one here. So sling lengths typically range from the short category, which is about 10 to 12 centimeters, whereas long slings typically range between 17 and 18 centimeters in length. Tip number 3, let's talk about the number of quick draws. So the number of quick draws that you carry on your harness / invest in / choose to wear will depend on the length of the routes that you're climbing primarily, and also if the anchors at the top of your climb require the use of quick draws, or if they have already built-in mussy hooks, for example, where you can clip your rope directly into them. So if your route is going to require 2 quick draws at the top to put on the anchor, then you automatically know you have to add 2 to whatever number it says that climbing route itself requires. So what is the standard number? 12 quick draws is considered like a standard quick draw rack. So it's a really good place to start, is just by investing in 12 quick draws, and then once you get out climbing more, you'll get a feel for the length of the climbs in your area or wherever you're traveling to, and decide if perhaps you need more. So to give you an idea, some routes around the world require up to 24 plus quick draws. And finally, a little bonus tip here: it's never a bad idea to carry an extra 1 or 2 quick draws on your harness while you're climbing, just in the event that you accidentally drop one, or perhaps there are more bolts on the climb than expected. So at the time that the guidebook was printed that you're pulling this information from, or mountain project, or a friend, etc. So everyone can be wrong. So to allow for a little bit of error, always carry an extra 1 or 2 with you. I typically always carry 2. So quickly to recap, 3 tips for choosing quick draws. Pretty much it comes down to carabiner gait type, sling length, and quantity. So your carabiner gait types include your bent carabiners, straight carabiners, and your wire carabiners. Your sling lengths are going to vary between what they call long and short categories. The long categories advantage being that it will reduce your rope drag on longer routes, but the disadvantage being that 12 of these is going to feel a lot heavier and bulkier on your harness than 12 of these, for example. So short sling lengths typically range between 10 and 12 centimeters, whereas longer sling lengths typically range between 17 to 18 centimeters. And finally, number of quick draws. The number of quick draws you choose is going to depend on the length of the routes you climb and if you're going to need 2 extra ones for the anchor or not, which you can read about in a guidebook or on Mountain Project, or from someone else that knows the route. You can ask them if you need quick draws for the anchors. So 12 quick draws is a great standard place to start, but just be aware that routes around the world might require up to 24 or more, and it's always a good idea to carry an extra 1 or 2 on your harness, just in case of the event that perhaps you drop one, or you counted wrong, or they added an extra bolt since the time that they printed the topo where you pulled that information. So I hope you found these 3 tips for choosing quick draws helpful, and you're able to get out and either start sport climbing or keep doing what you're doing with more knowledge. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time.
Hey guys, it's Amanda. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to hiking and backpacking, I just wanted to recommend that you check out our Adventure Academy Summit, where you'll find everything you need to know to learn how to become a safe and confident hiker. In Summit, we have tons of video courses, ebooks, and downloadable cheat sheets. We also do weekly live webinars where you can get any questions that you might have on a variety of subjects answered in real time. Summit also comes with a really convenient mobile app, which includes sort of a mini Facebook for all of its members built into the platform, so you can connect with other adventure junkies in your area at your convenience. It's really cool. If you want to give it a chance, check it out and go to the adventurejunkies.com/academy or click the link in the description below. I look forward to seeing you in Summit.